Most people dream about 100k months. Almost nobody has 100k weeks. I'm gonna explain in this video how I made $100,000 in just one day. So here you guys can see this broker withdrawal statement. It's in total $102,000 requested through IC Market. And let me also show you guys the trade that obviously made this money. So here you guys can see we shorted US 100 or NASDAQ, and then we shorted gold. If you guys saw that huge beautiful drop on Monday, then you guys know we made a good amount of money, which is obviously $102,734 to be exact. So if that wasn't enough, you guys can see here my profit and payouts. These are only my big 5 firms. We have FTMO, we have Funding Pips, 138, 127, then we have 40k here, and then we have another 10k, and then we have Top Step. $300,000 with Top Step being my biggest firm. Now let me tell you exactly how this trade happened and how I made exactly $102,000 across 2 trades. So first of all, you guys can see here on my Discord, I share my daily analysis ahead of time, right? This is exactly posted at 1:10 a.m., 1 hour after the market opened, expecting some shorts on gold and some shorts on NASDAQ from these supply zones. Now what does gold do? Gold comes exactly in the zone that I was tagging. You guys can see here, beautiful. We have this zone, which is exactly this zone right here, which you guys can see is exactly 1-to-1 the same. Now we did get a beautiful push into that supply, and all I was waiting for price to break structure and to give me short potentials. Now let's go back in time. What we can see is once price comes into the supply, it's showing me signs that it wants to go down. Obviously during the whole Asia session it was kind of choppy, but I was expecting shorts because we had this beautiful 1-minute continuation. We had continuous break of structures as well as internal break of structures, with obviously having this chalk flip as well, which was nice inside this 1-minute supply zone, right? But I didn't take any trades there. I was waiting for price to come back into another zone, which happened in the morning. So I marked out this zone as a 5-minute supply zone, and I simply waited for price to retest this. After we had that retest, I didn't get an entry on it, which was unfortunate, but I did manage to get an entry after we retapped that supply. So here we have that supply, beautiful retap on it, and then it's very simple from here. It's literally just having this and having this, and then boom, you literally short, stop loss at this high, and then I must say I TP'd quite perfect because it was right around here, and I was low-key crashing out because I'm gonna tell you exactly why I was crashing out. So I was in this trade and I didn't have a set TP. Like I was wanting price to close this gap, right? We had a gap here, but you can't really see on trading view, but there was a Monday open gap. I was waiting for price to close that gap. It didn't happen yet, right? It was about to happen. So you know, we had this push up, and then I was kind of annoyed, but what I simply did is I saw all of this liquidity getting taken out. I saw that we went into this supply, and I scaled in as soon as we had a 15-second chalk flip or 1 minute, whatever you want to call it. And then I entered the trade here, and I hit TP. I think it was here or somewhere like that, maybe 47.3. So in total, this is like 6-hour trade, right? This is beautiful 6-hour trade. I closed instantly because I actually closed together with NASDAQ. I was supposed to hold NASDAQ towards the gap which it went to, but after I saw my P&L, I was like, you know what? Sometimes it's not worth it to be greedy. Sometimes all you need in life is to make money. And you know what it is? I was looking at my P&L. I was seeing $100,000 in floating profit. Now, you guys need to realize that can you use the $100,000 more than the potential profit you're about to make? So let's say if I held to my full TP, I probably made $150,000, yeah? So I made 50k more. Is it worth risking that $100k to make 50k more? And is it worth not having that $100,000 to make $150,000, right? Would I rather have the $150,000 guaranteed, I mean the $100,000 guaranteed, rather than the 150 on a 50-50 basis? I'd rather have the guarantee of my $100,000, especially if it's $100,000, you know, it's 6 figures. Now, if it was about $1,000 or $5,000 and you are a trader who, you know, has some payouts and has the capital and has a balance, then you can, you know, go for that full TP. But if you talk about $100,000, then I'm closing. I don't give a fuck. I'm closing. And obviously it was my first 6-figure day, so I wanted to close it. So that was gold. Now let's go to NASDAQ. Exact same thing, right? Exact same thing. What can we see is we had the supply zone at 28,650, right? So 28,650, something like this. This was the supply zone. Now price didn't exactly tag into the supply zone, but that's fine, you know. If it's close enough, I will literally take it. I don't care. Like, you know, in trading, small pips and everything, it doesn't really count. Okay, guys? Now, anyways, we had this push from market open, right? We halfway filled the gap. People think that it is bullish continuation, but we're just building up liquidity, which is beautiful. And I simply come onto the 1 minute and I wait to get an entry, right? I wait. This was an entry I got similar to gold times, I think. So it was very nice. Now, we do get into the supply, kind of, you know, there's your 20 $20 difference, so it's not that big of a deal. We get into the supply. We have a beautiful 1 minute continuation chalk, and that's actually where I entered, right? Like it's a chalk flip. It's aligned with my system. What is my system? We have a supply zone. I marked out this liquidity, which was the most important one because this is Asia high. It got swept during London, and obviously all of this liquidity has been taken out, right? Only liquidity that hasn't been taken out is this high, which is a protected high, which is good, right? It shows you that we are still in bearish scenario. Now, after that happens, I short from here. I place my stop loss obviously at this high, and my TP was around, I will say somewhere here, 230 or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it was somewhere around here. It was right before gap close. I think it was 230, yeah. So anyways, we go down beautifully. Actually, what happens is, I'm gonna show you guys that as well. We have this drop, right? Then we have this push, then we have this drop. We have this break of structure, right? Now in this break of structure, we come into this demand. After, what do we have? I was expecting this supply to get respected by this bounce. What happens is we take this high and we tag into this small supply here, which broke this demand, right? So this shows that bearish continuation is still on. Then we had this 1 minute chalk flip, we had that liquidity sweep, and then we had that break of structure. I waited for price to close after the low, and I scaled in. This is why I have 2 entries, and I trailed my stop from this trade to this high. So I'm literally about risk free, I would say. I was risking a bit less here because my contract size was a bit lower, but I wasn't with the 100 lots and this 80 lots, so I think it was about break even. And this one also hit TP beautifully. So this in total is about 15R. Another one was 5R, so it's 20R. I made 100K, so it's 5K risk if you count it like that. And my balance was 25K. So with 25K, I risked 5K to make 100K, which is decent risk management. Obviously, I didn't, deposit 25K, just risk 1K. I knew I was going to risk a bit more. And I was confident in these setups. And obviously, the scalings helped me to make majority of the money. The scalings always help to make the majority of money in a sense of that I can risk more without risking more money because I'm in profit, right? But these were the trades, absolutely beautiful. I think they were top notch, and then obviously we had this huge drop and whatever, yada yada yada. Now, is this $100,000 really different? The difference is the money. The difference is just the money, because if you look at the fact that I take these trades on a daily basis, same exact setup, same exact entry model, same exact liquidity, everything is exactly the same as it's supposed to be. Same with gold, right? It's exactly the same entry model, same supply zone, same demand zone. Everything I use on a daily basis is just making more money, which why I'm not impressed, because I'm just making the same exact trades. I'm just making the same exact R I'm used to making. Actually, this was a bit more risk to reward. Usually I don't really make 20 R in a day, but this was beautiful and I'll take it. That's really it. Now, the good thing is I obviously share this to my mentorship, in my Discord. So people who trade my strategy can literally pretty much get the same entry as me. I mean, there's a lot of entry possibilities. You could even limit stop this. I don't condone that, but it's just my way of showing you guys what zones I'm looking at, so you guys can obviously educate yourself on how I trade. Now, anyways, one line you should take away. It's very simple. Make sure to stick to one strategy. You will make more money when the day comes. You won't just wake up one day and make more money. You will make more money when you are ready, and you won't know when you're ready till the day comes. Remember that. Now, anyways, if you guys want to get mentored and take trades like this, then obviously link in my description. You can apply to my mentorship. I teach people one-to-one trades I take daily basis. Every trade breakdown you see is the same exact trade, same exact supply zone, same exact demand zone. Everything is the same. All it is just continuously consistent profits. Anyways, take care guys. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.